I know, I miss her and her jet will hate me for this, but let's see 5 essential rules to follow as a duelist. The first rule is that you are your team's front line at all times. You cannot stay in the back, you have to take the first steps in the fights and put yourself into calculated risk constantly. Being the front line also means that during the attack you have to entry. And with that we arrive to our second point. No excuses, you have to get yourself together and go into that site. Your agent was made for that, so waiting for your teammates to do it instead of you is not a smart idea. You would risk losing valuable utility because you are afraid to lose your life. You were made to entry. That is the only job that you have at the start. The third rule is very simple, yet people forget it a lot. Do not bait. If you are at the choke point, you have to do your only job. If you are hesitant, your teammates won't know what to do, and half of the team will go in and the rest will stay back, and that's a recipe for disaster. When you decide to entry, don't try to change your mind midway through the action. Your team will get totally lost and very likely die there, and it will be all on you. After we finally did our only job, we have a new mission to complete. We have to create more and more space. Once again, it is risky, but more space is controlled by your team, it makes it harder for the enemy to retake. The space that you clear is what you're gonna have to work with in post-plant situations. So if you only get a little corner of the site, it will be very easy for the defenders to sandwich you there and close out the round in a matter of seconds. One more thing is really needed for you to be a beast in this role, and that's confidence. You always hear me saying during my streams, confidence is key, and I mean that. Streams every Saturday and Sunday 1 PM Central Eastern Time here on YouTube. You cannot play as a duelist if you are not confident in your own skill set. It can be your aim, your movement, or your basic game knowledge. You have to take decisions in a split second, and if you are not ready for that, you shouldn't play as a duelist. Be ready to take fights and don't be afraid of dying, that's part of the process of learning and improving. When you are a defender, it's really hard to outsmart duelists who are following these 5 rules, but in this video you can learn exactly that.